देवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये शृण्वतां स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना हृद्यन्तस्तु ह्यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सताम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवत्ये उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 12, Text 31. तदा दुन्दुभयो नेदुर् मृदङ्गा पडवादयः गन्धर्वमुख्याः प्रजगु पेतुः कुसुमवृष्टयः. Synonyms: Tada, at that time, Dundubhya, cattle drums, Neduha, resounded, Mridanga, drums, Panava, small drums, Adyaha, etc. Gandharva Mukhyaha, the chief residents of Gandharva Loka, Prajaguh, sang, Petuha, showered, Kusuma, flowers, Vrashtaya, like rains. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. At that time, drums and cattle drums resounded from the sky. The chief Gandharvas began to sing, and other demigods showered flowers like torrents of rain upon Dhruv Maharaja. Text 32. Sachaswar lokamarokshan sunitim jananim dhruvaha anvasmardagam hitva Dinam Yashe Trivishtapam. Synonym: Sah, he, Cha, also. Swahlokam, to the celestial planet. Arokshan, about to ascend. Sunitim, Suniti. Jananim, mother. Dhruva, Dhruv Maharaj. Anas, Anav, Anvasmrat, immediately remembered. Agam, difficult to attain. Hitva, leaving behind. Dinam, poor. Yashe, I shall go. Trivishtipam, to the Vaikuntha planet. Translation: Dhruva was seated in the transcendental airplane, which was just about to start, when he remembered his poor mother Suniti. He thought to himself, how shall I go alone to Vaikuntha planet and leave behind my poor mother? Purport: Dhruva had a feeling of obligation to his mother Suniti. It was Suniti who had given him the clue which had now enabled him to be personally carried to Vaikuntha planet by the associates of Lord Vishnu. He now remembered her and wanted to take her with him. Actually, Dhruva Maharaj's mother Suniti was his Patha Pradarshika Guru. Patha Pradarshika Guru means the Guru or the spiritual master who shows the way. Such a Guru is sometimes called Shiksha Guru. Although Narada Muni was his Diksha Guru, initiating spiritual master, Suniti, his mother, was the first who gave him instructions on how to achieve the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is the duty of Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru to instruct the disciple in the right way, and it depends on the disciple to execute the process. According to Shastric injunctions, there is no difference between Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru, and generally the Shiksha Guru later on becomes the Diksha Guru. Suniti, however, being a woman and especially his mother, could not become Dhruva Maharaj's Diksha Guru. Still, he was less obliged to Suniti. Still, he was not less obliged to Suniti. There was no question of carrying Narada Muni to Vaikuntha Loka, but Dhruva Maharaj thought of his mother. Whatever plan the Supreme Personality of Godhead contemplates immediately fructifies. Similarly, a devotee who is completely dependent on the Supreme Lord can also fulfill his wishes by the grace of the Lord. The Lord fulfills his wishes independently, but a devotee fulfills his wishes simply by being dependent on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, as soon as Dhruva Maharaja thought of his poor mother, he was assured by the associates of Vishnu that Suniti was also going to Vaikuntha Loka. In another place, Dhruv Maharaj had thought that he was going alone to Vaikuntha Loka, leaving behind his mother, which was not very auspicious because people would criticize him for going alone to Vaikuntha Loka and not carrying with him Suniti, who had given him so much. But Dhruva also considered that he was not personally the supreme. Therefore, only if Krishna fulfilled his desire would it be possible. Krishna could immediately understand his mind and he told Dhruva that his mother was also going with him. This incident proves that a pure devotee like Dhruva Maharaj can fulfill all his desires by the grace of the Lord. He becomes exactly like the Lord and thus whatever he thinks, whenever he thinks of anything, his wish is immediately fulfilled. End of purport. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I seek the blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas so that I can use today's lecture to purify myself. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Today I am going to summarize from a lecture given by His Grace Drut Karma Prabhu in Los Angeles. So there is one sentence here in the second purport of second verse, which some people can misinterpret. So Maharaj first clarified that why Dhruv Maharaj had to worry about Suniti. Some people misunderstand this that, oh, does Prabhupada mean that a woman can't, be a guru or she can't liberate herself? That is not true. Actually, Srila Prabhupada was directly asked on some occasions that if a woman devotee can become Shiksha or Diksha Guru, and he replied yes. He gave example of Janva Devi, who was wife of Nityananda Prabhu, that she was actually initiating Guru in the parampara. And there are examples of some other women devotees from Lord Chaitanya's time and after his time. For example, Hemlata Devi, who was the daughter of Srinivas Pandit, who became a Diksha Guru, and some other examples also. So it's not about man or woman, it's about your level of consciousness and your knowledge, right? So the woman who demonstrate great austerity and learning can also become Shiksha or Diksha Guru. Krishna Tattva Jane Vahi Guru. So who knows the Krishna Tattva is Guru. So Suniti was mother of Dhruv Maharaj, and actually at that time there was a parampara that parents didn't initiate their children, right? So if you are father or mother, you would not initiate your son. You would want your son to find their own guru by their own hard work, by their own endeavor. And when they are qualified enough, the guru will accept them as disciples. So this was to make sure that the children go through proper training and proper learning, not that their parents initiate them without any qualification. So that was another reason she did not initiate. Now, as we find in the purport, there are various types of gurus, right? So Krishna is the original guru in the heart. It's called Chaitya Guru, right? As the Paramatma. And through his mercy, he manifests a Shiksha Guru, a Diksha Guru, or a Path Pradarshika Guru. So when somebody has a desire in their heart, right, they want to learn about Krishna or this spiritual path, then Krishna helps them, right? We all are examples of that. At some point or other in our life, we have been helped by devotees who helped us coming to Krishna consciousness. So this was Krishna's arrangement only. How he made those people come in our life, how he made those people help us, right? Now, there is one important point here that you can have one or more Shiksha Guru, but you can only have one Diksha Guru or spiritual master. So spiritual master is one. And even though Diksha Guru may not always be present, so one can take learning and instruction from an advanced devotee, that is Shiksha Guru. But that does not mean Shiksha Guru can speak against the teachings of Diksha Guru, right? Ultimately, they all have to be aligned with the teachings of Shastra. So we always consider our Diksha Guru to be the supreme, and we may take instructions from many people, and then we have to make sure when we are taking instructions, they align with teachings of our parampara and our Diksha Guru. Now, as we get into Krishna consciousness, we sometimes we may get some fame, right? So some people may be good musicians, or some people may be good in speaking, or some people may be good in some seva. So we should be careful to not develop pride for that, right? Lord Chaitanya asked one time that what is the greatest fame? And the reply was that the greatest fame is to be devotee of the Lord. So devotees become famous all over the world. This is the real lasting fame. And we should also be careful not to be bewildered by some people's fame. Like we can see these days, a lot of bogus gurus are there who are very famous, and some people fall victim of those. So it is like a blind leading the blind. A guru has to be tattvadarshi. That means who knows the real truth. And a guru has to love Krishna and always talk about Krishna. So this is the real guru. So as followers of Srila Prabhupada, we each in our own way have a responsibility to propagate this knowledge that we have received from the parampara system. Even the Srimad Bhagavatam we read every day, this is also our guru, right? So by this knowledge, we can guide human society to real truth, which is currently being misguided. And that is why we see so much materialism in the society, right? Maharaj is saying that he went to South Africa to some place, a museum or something, and he saw there a quote written by an atheistic biologist, Richard Dawkins, which said, human beings are robotic machines meant to reproduce selfish molecules called genes. So this is their understanding and definition of human beings. So, but gurus are, so these bogus gurus, these so-called philosophers are telling us that you are a material being. Your job is to consume and produce. And actually, Krishna knew that people will say such things. So he already predicted it. In Bhagavad Gita 16.8, Krishna says, Asatyam pratishtamte jagadahur nishwaram aparaspara sambhutam kimanyat kama hetukam. Translation. They say that this world is unreal with no foundation, no God in control. They say it is produced of sex desires and has no cause other than lust. So Krishna knew that such philosophers will come, so he already predicted. Now, this demon, the demonics conclude that world is phantasmagoria. There is no cause and no effect, no controller, no purpose. Everything is unreal. They have this Big Bang theory that everything just came about somehow, or the Darwin's theory that we all, the evolution took place from monkeys, so we all are here. But they do not think that the world is created by God for a certain purpose. They have their own theories, right? So, but we have better knowledge thanks to Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. And we can see that there is difference between matter and spirit, right? And this is called Athat Brahma Jigyasa, when the people have this curiosity that who am I, right? And what am I here for, right? And it is also mentioned in Shastra that Aham Brahmasmi, right? I am the spirit soul, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Maya Dhyakshena Prakriti, Suyate Sa Characharam. Under my direction, the whole material energy is moving. So, uh, for some, so we have to take knowledge from Bhagavad Gita, right? Not from these people who are just misguiding us. And they are telling us that gratifying the senses till that death is the goal of life, right? And that is why they are full of anxiety from the beginning of their life to the end, because they have so many desires. It's not possible to fulfill their desires. And in order to fulfill them, they try so hard and they are full of anxiety, and they are destroying the environment, and they are engaged in so many conflicts. We can see in modern day, there are so many conflicts going on. Every day we hear some news from Russia-Ukraine war or Middle East war. So many, so this is all happening because everybody is trying to control and manipulate the material nature. But Vedic literatures provide us the right guidance. What is our position? What is our purpose for coming to this world, right? And when we need more guidance, Krishna provides us, uh, Krishna guides us as Paramatma. Also, he sends Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, and Path Pradashika Guru our way. Even Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are our literary gurus, right? So we need to take proper guidance from these, and then we can achieve the real goal of human life. And devotees are not only interested in their own spiritual advancement, they want to help everyone. That is our mission. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that by my order you are a guru, right? And if you are, there is another famous saying that you are born in India, then you have a responsibility to help everyone, right? And even if you are not born in India, if you are part of this parampara, then that also gives you the responsibility to help everyone. So devotees just don't want their own spiritual advancement. They want everyone to go back home, go back to Godhead. So with this, I would like to conclude. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha